So, here, did you get a chance to check out your boy Dominick Cruz?
Yeah, I mean, I all the time, but what's the topic here? He's got the fight coming up with Cody.
He's got a fight with Cody, and over the weekend, Cody's girlfriend, whoever she is, starts blasting Dominick.
She got involved.
Never
a great idea.
And Dominick said, shut up, woman.
Dom took the bait.
He took the bait. He said, pipe down. We got men work to deal with.
Oh, literally?
It's not real close.
Okay.
Real close.
I find that funny, but all right.
Go ahead.
Oh, well, I don't have a ton on that. I saw a little, if that was what happened. I knew Dominick had said something to Cody's girlfriend. Now, where I picked up, I didn't know she started. I thought Dom just went out and chimed in. And then Cody responded with something real simple. Cody wasn't all that pissed off about it, but he did make a comment like she was a bit of an ass kicker herself. I've met the girlfriend one time. A very pretty gal, but I didn't know if she did MMA. She may, because, Cody used to date Paige Van Zandt, who, obviously MMA. I don't know much about her. She seemed like a nice gal, but Cody wasn't all that pissed. Cody's a pretty cool cat. I mean, he gets fired up, but I thought he wasn't all that bent out of shape from the tweet I saw.
When a woman, you'll love this, when a woman gets involved in that, they have nothing to do with it, and they get involved in it, it, to me, is exactly like Damon's wife when DeLon was in the cage. Tell that story.
Well, there's not a lot of a story. DeLon Williams is in the cage. I mean, this is a local guy here in Portland. We're having a show, and so Damon's wife, who is what, DeLon's sister, or is DeLon's wife it's Damon's sister? Whatever the relationship is there, right? You get the whole thing. She tried to enter the cage. Well, getting into a ring, we've seen run-ins in wrestling where there's a drunk fan. This was not a drunk woman. This was a family member that was coming to help out DeLon, her husband or brother. I believe it was a husband-wife situation. But when you're talking about a case, she tried to scale the fence. That's the only reason we have a story here. She tried to scale the fence, and she made it a little further than security should have allowed her to get.
When would you ever see a woman trying to climb into the cage? That was so crazy.
One time ever.
One time ever. I think I was either commentating or judging that night, and I looked at you, and you looked at me, and we're like, what's going on? So that's how I feel when a woman gets involved in it. It's just like, oh man, stop.
Well,
just stop.
And one of the reasons it's tough too is like, look, as far as promotion goes, thanks, but no thanks. All right, I mean, just let us handle it, because there's no way to win. If my wife got involved, who am I getting ready to fight? Tito. My wife jumped in and got involved here. The problem with it is,
I gotta stop you.
I know what it does to Tito.
Did you really just forget? Please tell me you did.
I'm so focused on Vanderlei Silva, I just forgot it was Tito and then Vanderlei. I didn't actually mean that as the condescending guys like, I'm not even thinking about it. No, I am thinking about it. I'm working my ass off for it. But yes, for a moment I forgot what the order was.
He is working his ass off.
I'll tell you this though. So if Miss Brittany weighed in on that, I would be, what's Tito supposed to do? Hey, I'll come over there and kick your ass. No, it doesn't work. There's nothing he can do. And so if we are doing promotion, there's got to be a back and forth, and the end game's right. It stops right there.
You know what I'd tell her?
So you kind of just go, huh?
I kick down your back door.
You say, what's the money on it, Haas?
Slap your old lady on the ass. Sit down. Tell her to make me a medium rare steak just the way I like it. And there ain't nothing you can do about it.
That'd work. I'd take your belt on the way out.
All right. Who's going to win that fight?
Look, Dominick Cruz has to be the best fighter in the world, pound for pound. I mean, the guy that they have ranked number one is Demetrius Johnson, who very well deserving. He's incredible. But Demetrius' last loss was to Dominick Cruz. They just happened to fight at a time before Dominick was the known champion, before the division that Demetrius has taken over even existed. So people don't even know that fight happened. That fight people are talking about that fight. I want to see a super fight between Demetrius Johnson and Dominick Cruz. Well, it did happen. You guys it happened at a time when you weren't paying attention, and Dominick won, and frankly, he didn't have that hard of a time. My point is not to talk about Dominick versus Demetrius. My point is that's how good Dominick is. He beat the guy who is the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world with John Jones at number 2. Demetrius holds the number 1 spot. So if Cody can win,
he's got to knock him out.
You're telling me that
he's got to land a punch on the guy that
not
doesn't
only
get hit.
Is Cody the world champion, but he's the greatest fighter in the game right now. That's really what the storyline is that's on the line. Uriah Faber, who has fought Cody countlessly in the practice room and has fought Dominick 3 or 4 times in competition, I think it's 3, he says Cody can win. He says Cody can beat him. Now, that's one guy's opinion, but it's one guy's opinion who matters.
Yeah,
who
he said
felt them both.
He said TJ get him too.
Well, he damn near did.
He said he'd get him too.
Yeah, well, and he did. Uriah did get him. He's got to win over him. TJ had some good moments, but you're pretty to my point right now, which is how good Dominick is. So, I mean, what do you think? Is the new up-and-comer, is Cody gonna catch him?
No, he ain't gonna catch him.
Dominick's too fast?
Dominick's Dominick. And he's crazier than a shithouse rat. So, I've got shout-outs.
All right.
So I'm doing these shout-outs. Now these guys